Hello everyone, myself Niharika from Shri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about the subject computer networks, and the topic is network models and design for the effective management based on the research papers. Let's get into the video. First part is the introduction. In the modern digital landscape, networks are the backbone of the communication, enabling seamless data flow between the systems, devices, and the users. As businesses and organizations become increasingly reliant on the networked systems, the design and the management of these networks have taken on a critical importance. Properly designed networks ensures that effective data transmission, minimizing the downtime, and provide necessary scalability to accommodate future growth. Um, uh, Network models provides a structural and theoretical foundation for the understanding how the data moves through the network. These models, such as OSI, that is Open System Interconnection Model, the TCP/IP transition protocols, Internet Protocol, Transition Control Protocol model, defines the layers of communications, each responsible for the different functions like routing, error handling, and the data formatting. These models have essential in designing in incompatible systems that all the diverse devices and protocols to work together harmoniously. The introduction of the network models and thoughtful network design is a foundational and the managing complex communication systems effectively. These elements ensures that organizations can achieve reliable, secure, and effective data exchange, which is critical for both daily operations and the long-term strategic goals. Next is layered tasks. Uh, the layered architecture of the network models, one whole network process is divided into smaller tasks. Each each small task is then assigned to a particular layer which works dedicatedly to process only the tasks. Even every layer performs only a specified tasks. In layered communication system, one layer of the host deals with the task done by or to be done to its peer layer. At the same level, on the remote task, the task is either initiated by the layer at the lowest level or the top of the most level. If the task is initiated by the topmost layer, it is then passed on the layer below its further processing. The lower layer does the same thing. It processes the task and passes to the lower level. If the task is initiated by the lower level, the reverse path is taken. Every layer clubs together all the procedures, protocols, methods which is requires to execute a piece of task. All the layers identify their counterparts by means of encapsulation reader and the tail. Therefore, different layered models of the network exist and described in this paper. Like based on this research paper, this is the layered tasks I'm talking about, and the OSI network model, that is Open Network or Open System Interconnect is an open standard communication system. OSI model is established by International Standard Organization. The OSI model provides a seven-layered model which prefer great benefits in troubleshooting because each layer of the model serves a specific function. For example, a network layer 3. Layer 3 is network layer that is charged with logical routing functions, and the transport layer 4, it is top layer. Layer 3 provides the additional services for the user in the TCP and IP world called protocol. Layer 3 is served by IP and layer 4 is served by TCP, that is Transmission Control Protocol, and or UDP, User Datagram Protocol. Below are the seven layers of the OSI model and their functions. First one is the layer is responsible for providing interface for the application user. This layer encompasses protocols which directly interacts with the user, provides which provides the services, software applications needed, provides the ability for the user applications to interact with the network. Next is the presentation layer. Presentation layer defines how the data in native format of the remote host should be presented in native form of the host using a data syntax. This layer makes the data type of the transparent to the layers around it. Session layer, the layer maintains sessions between the remote hosts. For example, one user password authentication is done. The remote host maintains this sessions for the while and does not ask for the authentication authorization. And again, the time span. The user interface to the network is provided by this layer. It determines when the whether session is begin or open, how long it is used, and how when it is closed, controls the transmission of the data during the session, supports the security and name look, enabling the computers to locate each other. Transport layer, this layer is responsible for the end-to-end delivery between the host using TCP or UDP to ensure that properly sequence the error for the free transaction. Layer 5 is network layer. The layer is responsible for the addresses and hosts in a network, IP protocol for it if it is available or not. Data link layer. This layer is responsible for reading and writing the data from onto a line. Link errors are detected to this layer. Data transfer method. There is Ethernet puts the data in the frames and ensures that error-free transmission. Also, it controls the timing of the network transmission and adds to the frame type, addresses, and error control information. IEEE divides this layer into the two following sublayers as well. And the physical layer, and it is a seventh layer. This layer defines the hardware, cabling, wiring, power output, plus rate, etc. The actual hardware may include network cards, switches, etc. In operation, the OSI network model operates in reverse order of the layers, which is protocol stacks overlapping the borders of the seven-layer model by operating a multiple layers of the model. File transport protocol, both work application transportation, representation, and session layers as well. Next is the internet model. The internet models uses a TCP or IP protocol suite, and it is also known as Ethernet suite, Internet suite. Some call it DoD model since it is originated from the Department of Defense of USA. The internet model contains a four-layered architecture. The OSI model is a general communication model, but internet model is what internet uses all of all its communication. Um, the internet is independent of its underlying network architecture, so it is to model too. The types of four layers are application layer, internet layer, transport layer, and link layer. Application layer defines the protocol which enables a user to internet with networks such as FTP and HTTP. HTTP. IP works on this layer. This layer facilitates for host addressing and recognition. Transport layer, which how the data should be flown between the two hosts or hosts. A major protocol at this layer is transportation crawl. This layer provides the mechanism for sending and receiving the actual data. Network design models. Network planning and designing is an iterative process encompassing the topological design, network synthesis, and network realization. And it is aimed to ensuring that a new telecommunications networks or a services meets the needs of subscriber or an operator. Other alternative model to the OSI model exists that can be applied when designing a network. And we shall do the detailed examination of the three-tier model in the succeeding section. Um, the guidelines for the three-tier approach will be examined in more detail than the other approaches, but designers should consider the positive and negative impacts of the each design model. The flat network model. The flat network may assume that many firms, that most designers are very comfortable with the design model. In fact, most networks are developed from this model. A flat network contains no routers, or layer 3 awareness. The network is one large broadcast domain. This does not predelicate the incorporation of the switches, bridges to isolate the collision domain boundaries and depending upon the protocols in use. It could support up the few hundred stations as well. The ring network model. The ring topology builds upon the star topology a few efficient modifications. This design is typically used. A small company expands nationally, and two sites are located close to each other. The design improves upon the star topology. As you can see, the ring design eliminates one of the major or main negative aspects of the star topology. The circuit, if a single circuit will fail, will not disconnect any location from the entire or enterprise the network. However, the ring topology fails to address these other consideration like low scalability, no single point for failure, higher costs, complex setup and configuration. A designer protocol. A computer network is a connection of two or more computers to intelligent files and other computer resources like printers, scanners, internet accessories. Are the basic types of the computer networks includes LAN, local area network, MAN, metropolitan area network, CAN, campus area network, WAN, wide area network. The communication between two or more network encompasses a very aspect of connecting computers together. Networks have grown to support vastly disparate end-to-end system communication requirements. A network requires many protocols and features to permit scalability and manageability without constant manual intervention. At the last, hope you all liked it, and thank you.